Hey guys, in this video we are up in North Thailand and I'm going to show you how to do a holiday workout using basically no equipment, but it might be useful to find a tree or something you can do pull-ups in, and I'll show you how I do it. Anyways, if you don't know about my training background, I've been training for 23 years in the gym, basically on average 3 times a week, sometimes 4, sometimes 2, but on average 3 times a week for 23 years. In other words, lifting weights and training in the gym is as normal for me as brushing my teeth, as it should be for you too, in case it's not. Because why only take care of your teeth when you could take care of your whole body? You see the point? So let's go and have a look at how I train on my holiday. And you know, usually it's good to let your body recover on holidays. So maybe the first 5 days I won't work out, but then after 5 days I might do light training with some simple 15-minute drills where I do push-pull, legs and core. So those 3 things. So that's what we're gonna do now. So buckle up and get ready. Okay, so first I start with the warm-up here. By the way, towards the end of the video I will put the full program on the screen so you can just screenshot it. And if you look carefully, you'll notice that this warm-up is also stimulating leg joint strength. So I do these sideways runs as well. So every time you're doing something where you're applying forces sideways on the knee, you are stimulating strength in the knee joint from sideways, like basically your ACLs and stuff. And that's what you want as a motocross rider. So I also do these sideways jumps. And then I'll just do this for 1 or 2 minutes, and then I'm ready to get started. And if you have a grandma that needs some rice bags to get moved, it'll be a great warm-up as well. And one of the fun things about lifting weights in the gym is that moving heavy stuff becomes fun and pretty easy. These bags, they're about 60 kilos each or 130 pounds. So they're not exactly light, but it's definitely doable if you've lifted enough weights. So now we're warmed up and we will get started with the real workout. So the program is going to be legs, 3 core exercises, and then push and then pull, and then repeat the circuit. And the second time I repeat the leg training, I will do 1-legged squats, but I do recommend you to start with the first set of squats like this, using both legs. Because if you think about it, doing 1-legged squats, it basically doubles the load on the legs, similar to if you're actually squatting your own body weight on a barbell. So the 1-legged squat is pretty hard on the knees and the muscles actually, so it's maybe not everybody that can do it, but you can give it a try and see what you think. I'll do about 30 reps or until it starts burning in my quads. Notice I lift my toes. That is to create a better mind-to-muscle connection to the quads, and that's a technique I got from an Olympic weightlifter. And once you got the hang of it, you can put your toes back normal again on the ground. The next leg exercise is hamstrings and glutes. And this can be done by having a sliding towel or a sliding mat on the floor like this. And then trying to also thrust your hips up towards the air at the top position. That will engage your glutes a lot and make it a lot harder. It also builds a better joint strength and joint health if you train both the quads and the hamstrings equally. So you have a balanced muscle strength around the joint, and that creates more stability and lower injury risk, basically, in case you didn't know this already. And in the first set of each exercise, you just want to train until you get a good burn, near failure but not too close to failure. So now we're done with the leg training and we'll move on to the 3 core exercises. Next up is the first of 3 core exercises. And this one hits the back muscles, both the lower back muscles and the upper back muscles, and even the glutes and the hamstrings a bit. Basically, this is one of the best exercises you can do to improve your posture. And the goal of this is, or the way you think about executing this exercise well, is to lift your chest and your knees as high up from the ground as possible, and also your hands, and that will basically activate all those rear side muscles. And then after that, I'll take a little break and then I'll go into a plank. And notice with the plank, my elbows, they are positioned further forward than my shoulders, which makes it a lot harder to do the plank. This way you drastically increase the difficulty of the exercise and the amount of workload on your abs. So by doing it like this, you can just do a 30-second plank instead of a 5-minute plank. Now the last core exercise is going to be crunches, and it's not just your average crunches. I call them shin slider crunches because you can see I slide my hands up and down the shins, and on the top I actually squeeze my fingers and push into the shins as hard as I can, and that creates a really good burn in the abs. And if this is too hard for you to do, then you can just do normal crunches, as I'll show in just a second. But if you can do just 10 of these, this is going to be really good for your abs. But these are normal crunches, as you can see. But if possible, don't do these, but do the hard ones. That's how you get better. So I'll do about 10 or 15 of these, or until it gets really hot and I have a really good burn in my abs. Then I'll stop, and then we'll move on to the next thing, which is our pushing exercises. So as you can see here, I start with a narrow hand position. So this goes mainly into my triceps, and I'll do 10 of these, okay? And the point here is that I will exhaust my triceps first, and that way when I shift to a wider grip, it will be a lot harder because I'm already exhausted in my triceps, and thereby it will feel more like I'm lifting heavy in the gym with a normal bench press. When I go out here to the wide grip after 10 narrow reps, now I'll do wide push-ups. And then this will go more into the chest, and it'll be a lot harder, as I said, because you're already exhausted in the triceps, and now it goes more into the chest, like if you were doing bench press. And then I'll try to get 20 of these. And probably the second time, in my second set, I'll not be able to do as many, but just go near failure. That's the point. Until it gets really hard and you can't do any proper reps anymore. So that was that. And then we'll move on to the pull-ups. And I use the underhand grip, as you can see here, because then I also target the biceps. If you have any elbow or biceps tendon injury or pain, then you could just do an overhand grip and maybe a wide grip, and that would probably make that pain less in your elbow and be more gentle on your biceps. Okay, but we want to hit two birds with one stone here, so we do the underhand grip to get both biceps and lats worked out. And I did 10 reps, by the way. So now we're moving into the second round of the same exercises, basically, but as you can see here, I've now moved to do the one-leg squats instead of the two-leg squats like I did for my first set. And this is a lot harder. And here you want to start with your weakest leg first. If you have any strength differences in your legs, this is actually normal to have a bit of a strength difference in your legs. So ironically, if you prefer to kick a football with your right leg, then your left leg will probably be your strongest leg if you're right-footed, because it's the left leg in that case that will be carrying most of your body weight most of the time when you're doing sports. So my left leg is stronger than my right leg, so I start with my right leg. Okay, and then you just repeat all the core exercises again, and the push-up exercises we'll just go through quickly here, and the pull-ups. And then remember, in the second round of sets, you will go very close to failure, so the sets become really hard, unlike the first round of sets. Okay, so let's end the workout with post-workout snack. I always like to have some carbs after workouts, and maybe also some protein, but I actually haven't used protein powder for about 7 years, so it is possible to get into decent shape, I would say, without protein powder. As long as you, of course, eat healthy and make sure you get your macronutrients through your nutrition. You know, the quality of protein that you can get through food is way higher than what you can get through supplements usually, because supplements, they're usually optimized for profits. and not quality. Okay, so let me know if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and make sure you're subscribed. And also let me know if you would like to see me do more of these workout videos, maybe a TRX version where you can do a lot more if you have a TRX with you on your holiday. Simple military training equipment that you can put in a small bag. But in any case, thank you for watching and see you on the next one. To watch the full version of my advanced riding videos and support the development of this channel, click the join button below and become a member. And thereby you will get access to exclusive videos where I go through the most advanced skill levels and also explaining things from a physics standpoint, because I have a background in science and thereby studying physics, so I'm able to explain actual riding technique and the mechanics of riding, also bike setup, in a way that you don't see on many other channels. Also, I share my own step-by-step methods on how I track my own progress and riding technique development. So if you're interested in that, consider becoming a member and clicking the join button. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO, working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one.